In the golden age of the Ottoman Empire, when sultans ruled continents and destiny was written in blood. In the golden age of the Ottoman Empire, when sultans ruled continents and well made one wall, one. A bade, per, want, prower, by one might, one wall, one wad, one wall, want, one wad, two all, one wall, one wad. We wall one diagram rhyme Sajawa one war I was sometime and what I might I truman chav, who would challenge centuries of royal tradition. A lover who became queen, a queen who became a legend. This is the story of Hurrem Sultan, the woman who conquered an empire not with swords, but with her mind. Around the year 1504, in a small village in Ruthinio, what we now call Ukraine, a young girl's life was torn apart. Her name was Alexandra Lasowska. But the world would one day remember her as Hurrem Sultan. Tatar raiders stormed her town, capturing hundreds. Those who survived were shackled and sold in the slave markets of Crimea. Among them was this red-haired, bright-eyed girl. She was eventually taken to Istanbul, the heart of the Ottoman Empire, where the greatest ruler of the age, Suleiman the Magnificent, reigned. New home was the Topkapi Palace, a gilded cage where hundreds of women lived and died forgotten, each hoping for a single glance from the Sultan. In the harem, silence was power. Women were trained to be graceful, obedient, and practically unseen. But Hurrem was different. She laughed. She smiled. She disobeyed. When Suleiman first met her, she was unlike anyone he had ever known. Her laughter filled the marble halls, earning her the name Hurrem, meaning the joyful one. He was completely fascinated. In a world of submission, she was bold. In a palace of whispers, she spoke her mind freely. And soon, she became his obsession. Suleiman showered her with gifts, poems, and eventually children 5 in total. But each gift brought with it a new danger. You see, the Ottoman court had strict rules. A concubine could bear the Sultan's child, but after that, she was never to lie with him again. It was a way to prevent any one woman from gaining too much influence. Hurrem shattered that ancient law. And Suleiman, captivated by her, allowed it. For the first time in 500 years, a sultan had eyes for one woman only. The empire trembled. Ministers whispered that she had bewitched him. Religious scholars warned that she had broken God's sacred order. But Hurrem didn't care. She wasn't just surviving the harem, she was mastering it. But of course, power draws enemies, and Hurrem had many. Her greatest rival was Hurrem Sultan, the mother of Suleiman's eldest son and heir, Prince Mustafa. Hurrem had been the Sultan's favorite before Hurrem's arrival. Now she was furious, seeing her son's future and her own in mortal danger. The two women clashed in secret, their rivalry poisoning the very air of the harem. The tension boiled over when Mahidevran allegedly attacked Hurrem, leaving scratches on her face. When Suleiman saw the wounds, his choice was clear. He sent Mahidevran away in disgrace. Hurrem had won the first battle, but the war was far from over. Then came the night that changed everything. Suleiman broke the empire's most sacred rule. He married Hurrem Sultan. This was a political earthquake. For centuries, Ottoman sultans never married their concubines. Marriage meant a level of equality, a partnership, and no woman had ever been considered an equal to a sultan. But Hurrem became his wife, his legal queen. A slave girl had just rewritten the laws of an empire. From that night on, the harem was never the same. She was no longer just a concubine. She was the empress. Hurrem's influence began to reach far beyond the palace walls, right into the divan, the high council of the empire. She wrote letters to foreign rulers, advised the sultan on matters of state, and cleverly secured her own allies in positions of power. But her greatest fear remained: Mahidevran's son, Prince Mustafa. The people loved him. The army adored him. He was next in line for the throne. Rumors began to spread that Mustafa was planning to overthrow his father. Hurrem's enemies claimed she was the one who fueled those rumors, whispering poison into the sultan's ear. In 1553, while on a military campaign in Persia, Suleiman ordered Mustafa to appear before him. The prince entered his father's tent, completely unaware of what awaited him. Inside, he was met by the sultan's royal guards and strangled. The empire wept for its fallen prince, and Hurrem's name was forever cursed by those who believed she had orchestrated his death to clear the path for her own sons. After Mustafa's death, Hurrem's power reached its absolute peak. But she used it for more than just political maneuvering. She funded the construction of mosques, schools, and hospitals across the empire. She built the magnificent Haseki Hurrem Sultan complex in Istanbul, a charity center that gave shelter to the poor and food to the hungry. To the people, she was a paradox, both a saint and a sinner. To historians, she remains both a victim and a villain. In 1558, Hurrem Sultan died, leaving behind a legacy that would echo for centuries. She was buried beside Suleiman in the Grand Suleimani Mosque, forever united in death with the man she had changed and the empire she had ruled. From a slave market in Ruthenia to the throne of the Ottoman world, Hurrem Sultan's story isn't just about love or ambition. It's a staggering testament to how far one soul can rise when destiny is forced to bend to willpower. Even today, her name stands somewhere between history and myth, the woman who laughed in the face of an empire and became its queen. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more incredible stories from history. We'll see you in the next one.